hit in the second half. What did you need to, what was behind that? What do you think you needed more of to really kind of get contain them?
It's Golden and Wolf at the rim. I mean, they go, Golden went 7 for 9, and Wolf goes 4 for 6. So, yeah, I mean, it's at the rim. We didn't do a good job of handling that. We still ended up with them under a point per possession. So we have 67 points on 70 possessions. So even with that, we were able to negate most of their threes and make them have to go to twos. And it's the first time all year they've done that. They did a good job of that, of taking advantage of that. Golden's a load. And they did a good job of putting those two guys in the middle of the floor and playing off of it. And Wolf's a terrific passer. I would say 5 assists, 1 turnover. So, but obviously foul trouble of Steve played into that too, because we don't have as good a matchup for Golden because of the size and the weight and the experience. So that was the biggest. I mean, they shoot 61 because there's Golden had probably of those 7. 5 were dunks, 6 were dunks, 1 jump hook. So that was pretty simple analysis there, Mark.
Michael?
You're able to force some misses underneath when you stay in front of them, but
What's that?
you were able to force some misses when you stay in front of them underneath, but what was causing Stephen Nolan to get lost in the pick and roll a few times and just?
Well, when they did the big pick and roll, we didn't get under and jam the roller well enough. Wolf hit the 1-3 in the second half. But in order to keep the ball in front of us and keep, they do a really good job of, like I said, with 7 feet to 7 feet, and you got a 7-footer that can handle the ball and throw it over the top, you have to prevent the roll coming downhill. And I think we did it times we didn't do that. We didn't get under and stand the roller up. And then there were other times where he just caught it and was able to bury us right underneath the rim. So, and it's the other 3 guys too, specific on the backside, as the ball's going away from them, of getting more help in. And I'll have to look through the film and see, where we could have squeezed more off the other 3 guys. But primarily that's knowing that they're going to do that a lot because of the ability of Wolf to find Golden and the size of Golden. We got to disrupt the ability for him to roll so deep.
Good Dan, Coach.
Coach, Dusty mentioned you guys, or their defense kind of does pretty well in the assist to basket ratio and limiting, assists, especially when you guys are able to score. What did you kind of see from that, especially since you guys have been a pretty good passing team all year long?
Well, you get an assist when you make a basket, right? So when you shoot 6 for 27, and I think the starters were 4 for 20 from 3, that's going to be, you're not getting an assist when you don't put the ball in the basket. We need to knock down some threes so we can spread the floor a little bit more. And when we can spread the floor a little bit more, we can attack gaps, and that allows us to get to the free throw line more. So, the inability to knock down some threes, I thought we had good looks. I don't think they were all great, but typically we're going to shoot 25 to 30 a game, and you've got to obviously hit at a clip that's better than 6 for 27.
Jim?
What did you think of the possessions down the stretch? Offensively, I guess more so than defensively.
Yeah, I thought we forced one. We had some other stuff called, and we took a 3 that I wouldn't have liked to have taken, or should have taken it back. There we weren't playing the free throw game. I thought, we executed out of the one timeout. Klesma got a really good look late there to tie it. In terms of Winter missing the free throw, we had just ironically practiced that yesterday, of making the first, missing the second to be down 3. It was ironically 3 seconds I put on the clock yesterday. I don't know why that came to my mind yesterday to do that and work on it, and we executed it really well. Obviously, we didn't make the first free throw, so. But each possession, I'll go through and evaluate, Jim. But I thought the wedge screen we ran with Blackwell and Klesma, they both went with Blackwell. We got the throw back to Klesma, which it was with 22 seconds left, so we were going to play for a 2 there because we had enough time. And they both went with Blackwell and simple throwback, and Max has made those shots before. He's in a slump right now. We got to help him get out of it. But once before that, the one off the backboard, Klesman, it's not what we wanted at that point in time, but I thought he made a good one to go up. Was it 2.5 minutes to go? He drove and made a play in the paint. I think that was one of his field goals in the second half, so. I'll have to look at the film, Jim, to give him a exact play. The 22-second one, when we came down, I thought we ran that, got as good a look as you're gonna get. If we couldn't, they shot us off going to the rim.
We'll do 3 more questions, one in the back and then Michael, then Ben, please.
Yeah, so Blackwell led your team in rebounding, 9 rebounds. Can you just talk about how big he was in securing those extra possessions?
Yeah, he was huge. I mean, he carried us there for a while in the second half. His ability to gobble up offensive rebounds and finish in there. And obviously he played a lot of minutes, and I thought we needed him on the floor. Obviously he did a lot of good things there in the second half.
Michael?
How has Max been working through his struggles?
Just keep shooting, right? You gotta keep shooting. Work on it. You can't be hesitant. You can't be gun shy. You keep working stuff in practice, getting extra shots. Just gotta work your way out of it.
One more, then you're good, Ben? Yeah. Okay. Jim?
You expecting a lot of games like this in this league, the way
Yeah,
it looks
I mean,
on paper?
it is. I think there's a lot of parity. I think you're gonna have games where, for us tonight, this is probably the worst we've shot it from 3. We were 6 for 20 against Pitt, I believe, but we hit some timely ones down the stretch of that game. So it's, I would expect, I saw the Northwestern Iowa score was a 1-point game. I would, just because there's so much, the transient nature of the rosters, people moving around, you don't know exactly who's on what roster, and I think it just creates the balance. And then you've got, the 4 new schools that I think that'll be interesting to see how, teams that travel out there, how they do, and what those games look like. But I think there's a lot of parity across the league. I don't know if there's a dominant team. I haven't seen them all exclusively, but there's a lot of really good teams. But we're 1/20th into this thing, so we've got a long ways to go.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Anybody else? Thanks, Coach.
All right.